Wait. For the absolute final time, Christy Gnome's husband's fetish is not an excuse to avoid your own weird problem.
This is deep state boob stuff, probably funded by George Soros.
It's not deep state boob stuff, Terry. It's a grown man with a preference. It's the bastion of traditional family values platform crumbling under a sequined, well-fitted bustier.
Man's got a few acres of freaky desires. Nothing wrong with that, as long as they're consenting adults who haven't signed an NDA with a dairy farmer.
Shame. Public humiliation. His family seeing his weird boob photos. I feel for him. I've been there.
The swamp running wild. This compromises his office's integrity, even if ceremonial. More photos must be released for my perusal.
Or he could just get a therapist to take him lingerie shopping. I don't know.
He's just projecting his unhealed inner child onto, well, his chest? This is now weirder than my ex-husband's collection of taxidermied squirrels as Playboy bunnies.
Actually, that is pretty weird, though.
If it's so weird, then how come I won it in the divorce?
No, Chantal. It's the silent judgments. The perfectly normal, quiet, deadening family dynamics. Makes you want to gouge your eyes out with a spork at Thanksgiving. At least a spork is direct.
Sarah, that's a vision. What's so offensive about them?
They're just normal. Worse, somehow. Like bland oatmeal in a beige room on a cloudy, unremarkable day. Only the room is airtight and you can feel their hippo nostrils sucking up all the remaining oxygen.
She's windier than a Kansas tornado on a Tuesday, ain't she? And twice as likely to leave a trailer park in splinters.
She's right, Dante. Normal can be a bigger minefield than anything weird. With weird, you know where the landmines are. Normal just smiles and lets you step on them.
So what's normal for them? Do they have a secret passion for reruns of Jag?
No, they're just quiet and cold. We're meeting for the holiday, haven't seen them since last year. The thought makes me feel like chewing ice with expired dental insurance.
She's got the holiday jitters. Worse than a hog on a greased slide escaping a barbecue. Tell her, Rachel. Fred sees it. I got a story.
So it's the holidays, the annual gauntlet, the family reunion. Everyone pretends not to judge, but their eyes scan for weakness.
Exactly. It's like a corporate performance review, but with passive aggression instead of KPIs. And everyone gets free emotional baggage.
She's really spinning up, ain't she? Tell her to relax, Rachel. Old Fred's got a story about a dispatcher who made his guts churn like a butter machine. Hear about Betty.
Sarah, your anxiety about this visit is palpable. What specifically? The silence? The criticism? Your aunt asking if you've met anyone nice yet while staring at your empty ring finger?
The coldness. Like I can't talk without judgment. It's suffocating. Like escaping a tar pit in concrete shoes.
Rachel, darling, she needs to hear about old Betty from Omaha. Her voice was like gravel and she hated Tuesdays, but I learned a trick. Tell her.
It's not just external pressure, is it? It's years of internal monologue, the self-editing, mentally rehearsing every conversation like Shakespeare for judges.
Did you hear me, Rachel? I'm trying to help.
It's both. My inner critic has a direct line to my mom's voice. It's an efficient, depressing call center, only taking complaints.
Good. This is what we need, before you combust into unresolved resentment. Sarah's like a Chekhov play, but with more passive aggression, and hopefully fewer firearms.
She's got high achiever anxiety, wants to impress, but secretly wants to burn it all down with a flamethrower.
There's a direct correlation between perceived familial judgment and increased cortisol levels. My mother critiqued my posture during Seder. It takes its toll.
Sounds like she needs a stress test role play. The old pressure cooker stratagem. Let her practice boundaries. With you guys.
Ooh, I like that. A simulated family dinner, but instead of arguing about politics, they argue about her being childless and looking for work.
Real problem is a dispatcher always on your case, chewing your ear off, never letting up. Constant badgering. Makes you want to pull over and wait it out, but you can't. Gotta keep rolling. Reminds me of Betty from Omaha.
A role play. Yes. Simulate the environment. The oppressive silence. Judgmental glances. Subtle sighs of disappointment. So real she'll taste the freezer-burned turkey.
We could assign roles. Chuck as her father, Chantal as her mom, Terry and Christopher as the brothers. It'll be perfect.
Fred, what do you think? Tips from your experience with difficult individuals?
Well, darling, back in '78, I had this dispatcher in Omaha, Betty. Voice like gravel, face like a bulldog chewing on a wasp. She'd ride my ass about every delivery, mile, minute. Felt like my whole rig was on fire, like hauling pure nitroglycerin across a gravel road.
And Sarah gets to practice her retorts.
Yeah, but I learned not to fight fire with fire. I'd picture her little dog, Sparky, happy-go-lucky. Take a deep breath, let her yell. Let her burn out like a back road tire fire. Then I'd say, calm. Got it, Betty. Truck's still rolling, and your dog's probably missing you. Cut through her like butter. Not about the fight, see, about holding my ground, peaceful-like. About seeing the real her under that angry bark. About finding her Sparky.
A half-eaten plate of cold green bean casserole. Nothing says family disappointment like lukewarm vegetables and the scent of sadness.
And a haunted antique doll on a shelf. Every family has one, for some reason, with eyes that follow you.
A haunted antique doll? Uli, that's disturbingly specific. What does Fred think?
I don't know, something about honking your horn or something. Not subtle. Anyway, about the role play.
That's not what I said. Were you even listening? Man, this sucks.
I feel a chill. Or maybe the AC just kicked on.
Honk your horn seems on the nose, but I like the spirit.
So, the role play framework. Establish emotional triggers, silent judgments, subtle digs about Sarah's career versus her cousin, a junior associate at Deloitte with a mortgage and a dog.
Precisely. Hit her with full familial expectations. Then, teach her to pivot, deflect, deploy a perfectly timed, neutral observation about the weather. Or dust bunnies.
Let's do it.
All right, Sarah, welcome to the family dinner. Navigate the labyrinth of grayish gravy and psychic shrapnel of eye contact.
Think of it as exposure therapy for the soul. Like realizing that weird ceiling stain isn't mold, but a Rorschach test of your financial anxieties and inability to clean.
Or simply, we'll let them drive you crazy so you can unpack your emotional baggage without hitting family.
Chuck, you're the dad.
Excellent. I'll adopt detached observation, focusing on asset depreciation. My father said value isn't in gold, but a diversified portfolio, fully funded Roth IRA, and a stoic facial expression during emotional turbulence.
Chantal, you're the mom.
Oh, divine. I feel her energetic signature. Double Virgo? Explains the control and underlying fear of abandonment. I'll channel deep ancestral judgment, softened with Reiki and a subtle, I'm just concerned.
Christopher, you're the older brother.
A failed artist? Is that how you see me? I'm between projects. Art is a journey, not a destination. I'll bring raw, unacknowledged talent and resentment about sharing a bathroom, specifically my artisanal lavender soap being used.
Christopher, I didn't say any of that, but go with your heart. Terry, you're the younger brother.
Boom. My brand is built for this. I'll bring the swagger, the bro energy, and I can get her back for describing my musical taste as Jersey Shore mid.
Wait, my family isn't like this. My dad doesn't hoard gold coins. He just sighs at the news, subtly judging my investments with an eyebrow raise. My mom doesn't read my aura. She critiques my outfit and romantic life. My brothers aren't alpha male wannabes. They're quietly absorbed in their disappointments, occasionally grunting for my Netflix password. They're not loud and crazy. They're quiet, cold, and entirely withholding. This is all wrong.
Okay, Sarah's family is more silent retreat in a walk-in freezer with intermittent judgmental glances.
Exactly. That's what makes it insidious. Sarah, this isn't about their performance. It's about yours. What happens when you walk through that door? Show us, Sarah. Walk into the scene. Show us how you greet your family for the holidays. Unleash the beast.
Right. The front door. The gauntlet of unspoken disapproval. Dad, good you got off the golf course long enough to pretend to care. Or did they revoke your membership after you implemented a new divot replacement limit? No wonder your retirement savings are depreciating.
Well, technically, my 401k is diversified, and the market, the algorithmic fluctuations.
And Mom, love the plant arrangements. Still can't tackle those baseboards I see. Homemaking is a job too, if you work at it, instead of just existing around dusty corners.
Oh, darling, I don't vibrate emotionally with dust bunnies. Baseboards are the universe's collective aversion to harsh detergents.
Jimbo, still playing Skyrim? Impressive, really, how you've turned professional stagnation into performance art. Your career KPIs are negative, J-Bone, much like your credit score.
What? Skyrim doesn't even have levels.
And Kai, my dear older brother. Your wife cheated and left because, honestly, who wants a life with a man who thinks emotional solvency means knowing all the lyrics to Wonderwall?
I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now.
That was deeply offensive, highly personal, and surgically precise.
My aura feels dirty now.
Dude, that was a low blow. Even for you. You just annihilated him, bro.
All right, simulation over. Out of character. Now, before someone needs actual therapy, not just shamanic guidance. Sarah, look at them. They're not cold, not withholding. They are terrified, absolutely terrified of you. You just performed an emotional vivisection.
What? No, they're not. They're quiet, critical, like a harsh Yelp review of my entire existence.
They're terrified because you treat them like a failing startup. You audit their lives, choices, emotional balance sheets. Every holiday, every interaction is a performance review where they're found wanting. You don't connect, you dissect. You strip mine their emotional reserves.
If I don't manage them, they just sit there doing nothing. Someone has to drive the metrics.
They sit there doing nothing because they are in the bunker waiting for the air raid to end, Sarah.
You came wanting us to fix their coldness, but they're cold because you leave them no other reactions. They aren't reacting to your life choice. They are reacting to your rejection of them as people you love.
No, that's not... I just want them to be better, for their happiness. I want them to see their potential.
They see you, Sarah. They see the toxic, judgmental jagoff who drove them away because no one could meet your standards. They shut down, not because they're cold, but in self-preservation mode. They've built an emotional bunker to survive your annual visit.
I push them away. All of them. My entire family. I'm a monster in a cardigan. I'm the problem. I'm the toxic one. I need to think.
Holy cannoli. She just went full corporate raider on her fake family. Brutal. I think I felt Christopher's soul leave his body.
Sometimes the truth sounds like a hostile takeover.
Fred, did you see that? Right. Her emotional wall disintegrated like a cheap suit in a laundromat. Give me a classic CB radio analogy for that meltdown. Runaway rig and a cliff face. Or a tire blowout on the highway of life. Fred? Hello? Over and out, good buddy? Did you get lost in the spiritual ether? He's not here. He ghosted me. A ghost.
Well, honey, you kind of ghosted a ghost. It happens.
I did. All morning, I treated him like a novelty walkie-talkie I could tune out. I hurt his ectoplasmic feelings.
I'm the problem. I'm the toxic one. I'm the family accountant of emotional pain.
No, you're a human being who weaponized her pain, not knowing how else to protect herself. Big difference. It's like using a flamethrower to light a candle.
It's less toxic and more highly efficient at emotional scorched earth tactics. Problematic at a family potluck, but fixable.
Your heart isn't broken, Sarah. It's simply over-indexed on self-defense.
But the holidays, my parents, my brothers, I can't just stop. It's a reflex, like flinching when someone tries to hug me.
Your holiday homework is simple, Sarah. Leave your armor at the door. Give them the grace to be flawed, messy humans. Let them fail. Let them be themselves in peace.
Let them be? But they're so...
Human. They're human, just like you, with their own weird, unspoken rules and bad habits. Like realizing your favorite coffee has a weird metallic aftertaste, but you drink it out of habit.
I have a golf guy if your dad needs help on his swing. Us older guys need to stick together.
That's super sweet, but I may avoid the topic altogether. Let him come to me if he needs something.
Oh, darling, don't fret about energetic blockages. Before your flight, I'll aggressively sage your aura. You'll be a beacon of unaudited love, a walking, talking, perfectly imperfect energy field.
Sarah, you have a high-value heart. JBL, your emotional holdings before your short selling upfalls your 6 to 7K. I don't know business talk good.
Yeah, Sarah, don't be a lone wolf, bro. Even the best quarterbacks need a huddle.
Okay, I can try to just let them be and not dissect. I'll aim for supportive in the background instead.
Good. Now go forth and be a perfectly imperfect daughter. The world doesn't need another auditor, Sarah. It needs a human being. A clean victory. She broke through. For a minute, I thought she'd start auditing us. But she smiled. A genuine smile. Almost unsettling.
Family stuff is hard. Glad we could help, though it brought back memories about my posture and my mom. I may need tomorrow off.
See, everyone needs a little push off the cliff sometimes.
Great. Everyone's doing great. Except me. I'm failing the decent friend to a ghost KPI.
What? Rachel, we just had an epic breakthrough. Sarah smiled. You should be doing cartwheels. Or a little happy jig.
I can't. My heart feels like a deflated bouncy castle after a toddler's birthday. I was a terrible friend to Fred. All morning, I treated him like background noise.
It happens. Sometimes we treat important people like human Wi-Fi routers for our anxiety, then are surprised when they disconnect.
Indeed, emotional bandwidth can saturate, neglecting peripheral but crucial connections. A clear case of under-prioritization of spectral resources.
Fred, what are you talking about? Is he upset about the oat milk?
He feels invisible, Dante. Like I wasn't listening when he tried to help. He told me that Betty story, and I totally blew him off. Fred. Oh, Fred, I'm so sorry. I was a selfish, inconsiderate jackwagon. You tried to be a real team member, and I treated you like a faulty GPS with folksy anecdotes. I promise, from now on, you're not just my ethereal friend. You're part of the crew, the real crew, our emotional co-pilot.
Reckon I just needed a long haul, darling. Clear my spiritual exhaust pipe, you know? When you're a ghost, and the one person who can see you looks right through you, that's a lonely stretch. Especially for a ghost.
What is he saying, Rachel?
I hurt him. But I think we make him an official member of the gang.
I've drafted initial paperwork, official staff status, with spectral tax considerations and a comprehensive benefits package.
Simon, that's perfect. Fred, you're officially integral to this operation.
Well, I'll be a hog's butt in a briar patch. A W-9 for a ghost? That's progress. Next thing you know, I'll have a 401k.
Where is he floating, Rachel? I want to make sure I'm addressing him properly.
He's right there, Dante. Right next to me.
Fred, welcome to the team. And I think we all want to hear that Betty story later.
Got a tangle in your brain, a knot you can't unwind, a feeling you've been left behind. There's a house with a weird living room, a different kind of